And we are live.
All right, great. Welcome everybody to tonight's session of A World on Fire. Where we last left off, the party was recovering from a real nasty shipwreck when they were approached by a retinue of strange-looking warriors. The warriors shouted something in a language nobody understood, and as Ramona went to cast a spell to comprehend their language, they took it as a hostile sign and attacked. The party got real swole. I think like half the party was enlarged.
Yeah, it was pretty great.
And fought off this force. The leader and his two giant bodyguards leaving in the chaos. And the last you saw of him was him sailing away on a very large ship of an exotic design, a ship that Karos now covets. You were able to take one of the archers captive, a man named Shin with an S, not a C. It's not Chin, it's Shin. Jeez.
Jello.
Gotta watch out for those low tables. Might hurt himself.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't take
You learned the name of this land. It's called the Shattered Teeth. You learned a little bit about the Shogun, and you tried to speak to one of the fishermen as they came into the bay area, but I don't remember who. I think it was.
It was Shilk.
It was Shilk. Okay, yeah. Shilk tried to speak to him telepathically because don't need to share a language. Don't need to share a language for that one. But it had the opposite effect, and he thought you were attacking his mind, and so he scrambled to get away. Just as Vanya was able to activate the translator hidden within her holy symbol.
She's got an 8 intelligence. It takes her a minute.
There was also some other ridiculousness that happened the night before as you all tried to recover from the madness you had taken previously. But after the fisherman ran away, you went to go. Well, no, you guys had already found Sindri by that point. I'm having a hard time remembering it too. There was so much that happened.
There was so much that happened.
Yeah, Sindri said that if you could get enough sheet metal, he could make a boat from that, of which he did.
And he found himself. He literally did all the work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, all right, I'll take it.
It was literally him who was like, there's a bunch of metal on this other beach over here. Let me make something out of it. I literally just watched it. He did everything.
He didn't carry it.
No.
The strong people carried it. It was underwater too, so
that's fair.
It was lucky that all the strong people are also all the swimmers.
Yeah.
He supervised it.
Yeah, exactly. He supervised. Yeah. So anyway, you all got into the boat that Sindri made and started rowing in the direction that the fishing boats escaped to. And that is where we will pick right back up. So, slowly you guys make your way across the bay, rowing this large metal boat. After a few minutes, you start to notice that solid metal isn't the best isn't the best material to make a boat out of, as the sun above you is just radiating right off of that metal, and so it is getting real hot in this boat. But you guys make it across the bay to a river that cuts into one of the larger islands. And as you start rowing, well, actually, probably you would beat yourselves seeing how it's easier to walk than it is to row upstream. So you have made it to the island that the fishermen escaped to. What would the party like to do?
Get out of our boat.
Yeah, you got out of the boat.
Okay, that's step one.
That one was given.
All right.
I don't know. You asked me what to do. I want to get out of the boat.
Yeah, you got out of the boat. No, make an acrobatics check. You get out of the boat. Jesus.
30.
Dasani falls.
I think she would stay in the boat so she could keep rowing along.
Ugh.
Can I go to bed?
There's our first pun of the night.
Yeah, no kidding.
Almost made it 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Nope. I think instead of having a death counter command, we should have a pun counter.
Yeah, that would be good.
I don't know. I feel like we should have 2 pun counters. One for me and one for everybody else.
That's a good point.
Anyway,
What do we see?
well, you can see that once you get actually onto the island, it does seem to slope up quite a bit. Lush forested area on the island, and you do see a few walking paths that follow the river upstream.
No people?
Not at the moment, no. As I said, you just kind of like beach yourself as soon as you got to the island.
Just asking if there's people. Jeez.
Oh.
Sorry.
Then the answer's no.
Is there any indication as to like which of these paths would lead us to the people?
Well, there's one that follows the river, one that cuts more directly into the forest, and one that goes in the opposite direction of the river, following the shore of the bay.
Is there a path most traveled on?
Make a survival check.
Here we go. Oh god. Oh no. I was on bio and info and I clicked on character sheet and now it's loading. Loading. Just call it sloading at this point. Survival.
Fair.
Oof.
22.
Yeah, you can see that the of the 3 paths, the one that follows the river is probably used the most, followed by the one that cuts directly into the forest.
Well, we can either take this path, which is probably the most used path, or that path, which is like the second most used path.
I think this depends on how we want to approach going into the village. If we plan on actually going into this fishing village.
At this point, I am concerned that you will attack them.
Have any of you ever
you need to,
heard
like,
of the
hold your
concept
chest.
of good person, bad person?
I think that is
Good-
a lost
Good paladin, bad
situation.
paladin.
Didn't you just threaten that guy recently?
Shin is right here.
Hi,
Yeah,
I'm
I
Shin.
is right there, like, hey.
Hey.
Shin is a good egg.
Okay, unless matters of information are needed, I will not threaten anyone.
How about you say sorry to him first?
Yeah.
How about I don't remember that the group he was with attacked us on sight?
Yeah, and then they
It's
left
not
him
his
to
fault.
die, so...
Sounds like he didn't have much of an option as to who he was attacking.
We should probably find the village.
We could also ask him if he knows which path leads up to the village.
Oh, good day. Shin.
I-
Wait,
push-
shit,
Yeah.
was I right? Was
push-
that the right one that I pointed at?
Yeah, that one goes to the village. I think that path leads towards a monastery up on the mountain.
Okay, well, we want the village, right? So,
Why? Why is
What do
there
you-
a monastery?
What is the monastery of, too?
What is a monastery?
It's like a temple.
Oh,
yeah, our track record in temples is not great, so let's stick with the village.
I
Yeah,
want to
it's
see
like-
the temple.
Being negative.
It's like a temple for monks.
Oh. Oh, and you're a monk, right?
Yes.
Good.
Again, we don't have such great of a track record in temples of other people. So, we can double back to that later, but let's deal with this first.
I agree.
Yeah. To the village.
Thinking,
All right.
Thinking back to like all the temples we almost died in, like
Gotta be like what?
Wasn't
Three or
it just
four?
like? Wasn't it just one?
one of them we just brute forced through and like fucked up all of Mike's plans.
That wasn't a temple. That was a tomb. That was
Eh.
different.
Tomatoes, potatoes, all right? Like,
Anyway. So you guys follow the river, and after walking for like 10 minutes, you see coming around the bend a small village situated on the side of the river. You can see there's like a water wheel powering something in one building. There's a little bit of a thoroughfare that this walking path leads into, and several kind of ramshackle houses made with like bamboo and thatched roofs. You do not see any people.
are there
Is it a good
signs that
sign?
people were recently here?
Make a perception check.
Do. 12.
Even with a 12, you can tell that there were people here a moment ago, as you see like a broken pot, some like lawn tools that had just been like thrown aside, a basket rolling in the wind.
Random tumbleweed.
And we don't, like, if I actively look for people, do I see people?
Not with that 12.
Fair.
Can I tell?
From
They're
where we
hiding because
are,
they're scared because of the fishermen.
from where we are, would they have been able to see us coming in? Like from
It's possible, yeah.
Could I tell if anyone has been like, cooking? Like, can I tell if anything has been currently used in this village? Considering it's a fishing village, I should be able to smell that there were probably some fish being brought in.
There would have been if the fishermen didn't get scared off.
Shin, this is not Wait, is this not Shin's village? I can't remember.
Shin is not from this village. No, he just knows
Okay.
of it.
Oh, okay.
I would assume they know some people are coming, so they probably ran.
I'm gonna go walk up. Are there doors to like the? What are they? Houses? The huts?
Yeah. Yeah, they're like houses. Like there are
Okay.
doors on the front. Some windows that are have like some
Shutters.
shutters. Thank you. I totally blanked on the word. Yeah, they got like shutters covering the windows,
Window
although
doors.
they're not like perfectly shaped to the window. I wanted to say blinds, but I was like, that's not right.
That's a bit too modern.
If
Yeah.
I go up to one of the doors and sort of just like put my ear against it, can I hear any movement inside one of the houses?
Why
Make
not
another
just
perception
knock?
check.
Like,
Well, because I just want to listen for spooky.
Alright, rogue's got our
Nothing.
rogue.
Yeah, you don't hear anything.
I knock.
All right, you
Where's
knock.
Where
I
you
was
go,
gonna do
Huron?
that if you didn't.
Yeah, you knock. There's no response.
Can I try opening the door?
All right,
Just breaking in there.
you try opening the door. It does not open.
Can I try opening a window?
It's broken.
The window
Rogue's got
gives like a little bit of like a give, but it seems like it's like tied down from the inside.
Did the door seem tied down from the inside or locked?
That one was a bit more like hard to tell.
Is there a lock on the door?
There is no lock on the. There's like no like keyhole. There's no keyhole on the door.
There's nothing for me to pick, essentially.
There's nothing to. Yeah, there's nothing for you to pick.
Okay.
Yeah.
This house is rogue proof.
Haven't seen a door to like actually lock pick. Every other door I had to use strength to try and get through. I finally get to a door that maybe I can open, and it's like, no, fuck you. Still can't open this one either.
They're already scared of us anyway. We shouldn't break into their houses.
Good point.
That's fair. It's been a while since we've had like normal human interaction. I've sort of lost my touch.
Yet
At this
I'm
point,
the
I
one
just
who somehow kept it. What?
At this point, I just assume we have to like use brute force to get into everything because that's just kind of how it's been going for like months.
When was the last time we had normal human interaction?
See what I'm saying? It's been a long time.
Hey,
Anyways, I'm gonna knock
think
again.
that
Hello?
Oh, jeez.
Is anyone home?
I'm gonna go beside Rowan. I think there was a misunderstanding. We're not
come
gonna
in
hurt
peace.
anyone. We're just looking for some help.
Ramona, make a perception check.
Perception?
Yes.
Okay.
Better than my one.
No.
Better than my
Well, one
I mean,
is better than
my
one. Hardly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you don't hear anything either.
Yeah, we're struggling.
Yeah, you guys just knocking on this one door, and there's no response.
I go to the next closest house and do the same thing.
All right.
Is there a house that looks like more extravagant, I guess, or like looks like
Official?
it might be more official, or a building that looks vaguely official?
I mean, the only building that seems to stand out from the like just these houses would be like the water wheel like mill or whatever they're using the wheel for. That's on the side of the river.
There's nothing outside of any of the houses that might indicate some sort of chief or leader or
Honestly,
No,
I,
not really.
I'll keep an
No.
eye out to see if maybe they got a general store here. Like, they're gonna have somebody who deals in like general goods here.
Not if they're just a small town that provides for themselves.
Also, do
Yeah.
we even have money still? Did we ever have money? Have we ever had money?
I've had money
You-
for like
That's fair.
Those
is
that
money?
were from the original party, I don't think have money because you guys didn't bother looking for it on your first shipwreck.
Well, we have a lot of gems, guys. It's okay.
We do. We
True.
are rolling.
in the
the
meantime the
Technically, we
Goliath
Yeah, I have a
is
fat-
over
I
here
have a bunch
hiding
of-
his wallet.
I have a bunch of big fat zeros here in my money section. Although to be fair, we have not needed money ever. It's so far.
And
You
their
know, you say
currency
that.
might be different anyway. Who knows?
I never
Yeah,
zeroed
didn't
out
we
my
get
thing.
different currency from the other group that we killed?
Yeah, we got
somebody
we got weird money. We got money that we
Yeah.
don't understand the value of.
Yeah,
did.
it's weird looking money. Doesn't look the same.
It's like Canadian Monopoly
This
money.
is a weird Canadian
Hey.
paper money.
Yeah, see,
Our money's plastic.
Kayla, it is plastic
Plastic
now.
money. I'm sorry, it's plastic money. I meant plastic. We have weird paper money. You have weird plastic money.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess we're just gonna keep knocking on doors.
Everybody take a different house.
Vanya, you can make a perception check as well.
Cool.
Oh wow, we're doing
great.
We're getting
All right,
slowly improving.
that was actually the DC.
Hell
Oh
yeah.
wow, wow!
Yeah.
We had to hit a 13, and
Yep.
we couldn't hit a Jesus.
Vanya, as you go to knock on one of the doors, you can just barely hear like a slight intake of a gasp as the sound reverberates through the house.
I'm still
But
just
there-
going around
but there
like,
is no
hello?
We're really sorry to be bothering you, and if we caused any sort of scare earlier, we are from a strange place. We're not, from what we gather, we're not from here exactly. And we really don't have the means to get anywhere but this island.
Vanya, why are you talking to a door?
If there's anyone we could talk to, we really do mean no harm. We're just trying to get home.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Not a persuasive girl.
You got high charisma.
Yeah, but she's not a persuasive girl. That went through.
Silence.
Oh, the other one was a nat
Oof.
20.
Yeah.
That's rude.
Yeah, all you get is silence.
And I'm assuming Shin has no idea if there's any other villages from here.
Well, he does say there are other villages. He doesn't know if there's any more on this island. So you would have to go to a different island.
Vanya, did you hear someone in that house?
Yes, I think they're hiding from us, which is understandable.
We could try that monastery.
Oh, monks would be less likely to judge.
Could also go deeper into town.
I
How
have
big is
a
this
really
town?
cute dog. that likes to be pet.
This village is
Yeah.
like 8 houses.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I don't think there's much else to
Yeah,
this
I
place.
don't think there is a
I think
deeper.
we're in the middle of this town.
Okay, so we could walk from one edge to the other in like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't think we have any other options at this point. If somebody would speak to us, we might be able to prove that we mean no harm, but
Okay, right after you
Mhm.
say mean no harm was about to sound really bad with what I'm about to say, which was we should maybe break down the door, but maybe
No.
not.
Let's not do that.
No,
Okay,
Ro.
you don't get to talk coming from the guy who was threatening to kill Shin earlier, so like
Maybe we shouldn't break into people's houses.
I really don't think we should break into anybody's houses.
If we're trying to say that we mean no harm, breaking into their house is not going to set a good example.
mean no harm to them. I said nothing about the door.
That's still invading them. And
No, that's still
way
breaking
harm.
and
It's
entering.
taking away their safe space. which is hurting people. I think we should go to the monastery.
I think it's worth a try.
I'm assuming Sindri and the others are watching the boat.
Oh no, they're there too. Yeah.
I think someone's got to watch the boat.
You could go
Why?
watch the boat.
It's just a metal raft basically.
Yeah, why do we want to go back to the other island? There was nothing there either.
You know, if y'all are this uptight about me threatening a guy once, I'm glad I haven't told you my full story.
Same.
How ominous. So it sounds like you guys want to go to the monastery.
Seems like a good call.
More than likely.
Rowan
Yeah,
does
just-
not want to go to this monastery, but she will.
I figured the monk would be more keen on the monastery.
She's a
Have
weird
you
monk.
met her?
Yeah, have you seen this monk?
All right. So, you do see that on one end of this village there is another path that leads deeper uphill into the forest. You could probably guess that it goes the same way as that other path, so you don't have to backtrack if you don't want to.
Sure, let's go that way.
Let's go
Thing.
that way.
All right. So, you start making your way up this path through the trees, and it just seems to wind its way through the forest, gaining elevation. And after you walk for about an hour, you eventually come to an area where the forest breaks, and you can see that the at this elevation there are several cliff faces that descend down into the waters below, as there's like a channel that cuts through the island, and you see several large buildings on one side of the channel, and you see several other buildings at the far end of the channel, as well as a pair of bridges that meet in the center on a large stone pillar that just rises out of the water, and you can see a great exotic temple just sitting on this large rock column in the middle of the channel.
Is there any sort of movement that we can see from here?
Make a perception check.
I will.
There's
I would like to
definitely
look
no
too.
movement.
Yeah, I'll take.
Definitely
I'll
no
take
one
a look.
there.
Just everyone look.
All right. Vatham, Rowan, and Ramona, you guys can see that there is movement. You can see the what looks to be some humanoids on near the buildings on this side of the channel. You can see a couple walking on the bridge, and just and Rowan, you can just barely make out that there's more on the far side of the channel as well.
Clarification
I've
on what
been
this
talking this
side
whole
means.
I was
What's
gonna
that?
say.
Little clarification on this side.
This side of the channel, the side that you guys are standing on, you're up on like a cliff face overlooking the entire channel. You see the monastery in its full glory, and then you can see that the path continues along the cliff face before going to the buildings on the same side of the channel that you guys are standing on.
And the monastery's on the other side.
The whole thing is the monastery.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But there's a great big temple in the center of the channel on a stone pillar that connects to the sides of the channel by 2 large bridges.
Ah, okay.
There's buildings on this side of the channel and buildings on the far side of the channel.
Gotcha. Well, where to first?
Guess sort of make our way inward.
So
Find people.
following the path along the cliff face.
I imagine so. Unless anybody wants to dive on the side of the cliff.
Not today.
No, not particularly.
You know, y'all aren't making a very good case for continuing this.
For continuing what?
Some of your choices have been less than stellar. Let's just put it that way.
I'm sorry, you were the one that wanted to. Never mind, I don't care. Start
I also
walking.
fully embrace my less than stellar life choices. I know when
Let
I
me
make,
all to you.
I know when I make them.
Start walking
Uh,
to the buildings, I guess.
We should walk with our hands away from our weapons.
Agree.
For those of us that carry them.
What if my hands
I know
are
that
my
your
weapons?
body is a weapon, Rowan.
I'll go first. I begin the trek.
Okay, so you guys follow the cliff face, making your way towards the monastery. You pass through several wooden arches along the way, and as you enter the grounds of the first kind of section of the monastery, you see several figures just walking around, all wearing the same kind of dark gray and blue robes, and they don't seem to pay you any mind. If they notice you, they don't seem to care.
In this first area of buildings, is there like one that looks more official than the rest? This is going to become the go-to. Are the buildings official looking?
They look pretty official looking.
Is there one that looks more official than the others?
Yeah, sure.
We go to that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems like a call.
All right. You make your way to that building, and you pass by a couple of these figures on the way there, kind of apprehensively at first, but they just seem to walk past you, give you a little bit of a nod as they go, recognizing your existence before passing you. And you guys go into the most official looking building, I guess. And it opens up into a large area, you can smell that the entire area is just filled with incense, and you see several of these monks currently in a quiet meditation.
Is there anyone who looks like they're not meditating?
In here? No.
Is
How
there
long
any
have you
like
been meditating?
meditate for a really long time? Is there anything in here to like depict who they're maybe like
Oh yeah.
in relation
Interesting.
to?
Is there any indication of what
Yeah,
god is this?
Yeah. Any
Iconography, who
iconography
they're
or anything?
Make a religion check.
Do I get advantage since I'm also a monk and have spent time in monasteries?
No.
Damn. You gotta try for it, don't you?
Who's worth a shot?
17.
All right. You look around at some of the depictions on the walls. You see figures that seem to be walking on air, and figures who seem to be dancing amongst storm clouds. And as like all these figures are twisting around, you see one figure that they all seem to be dancing around, and it looks like a almost like a serpent, except it lacks certain like serpentine features. Like the head is all wrong. The head doesn't look like a serpent. But the body does, although it does have small kind of gangly looking arms that shoot out from the sides. The face, it's a little hard to describe. It doesn't look like humanoid or anything. Maybe some kind of beast. Does seem to have some hair on the head, but not like fur. Yeah, it's slightly alien. You've never seen anything like this before. And so this kind of pseudo serpent thing is in the middle of all of this, and you actually see that it's depicted on the ground in the center of this room as well, where the monks are meditating.
I'm assuming it's not hard to miss it, right?
Not really, no.
Would it look similar to some of the iconography I saw on the ship, where it looks Bahir-esque but isn't quite?
Yeah, it looks very similar to that depiction that was on the back of the ship.
So it could be inferred that this is what they presume to call a dragon.
Possibly, yeah. The one that was on the ship looked a lot more vicious than the one depicted here. This one seems almost tranquil within the storm.
For my own sense of visualizing things, does it just look like your typical like Eastern style dragon?
Yeah, it's an Eastern style dragon.
For the sake of my own mental image and notes.
Yes.
I'm just going to assume from this point forward, if we encounter dragon-like iconography, it's probably in an Eastern style.
Just wanted to
You would
confirm.
expect so, yeah.
Curious, there's all sorts of weird creatures out there.
Yes. Alright. Not wanting to interrupt the meditation, going back out.
All
if
right.
we don't see anybody who stops meditating once we enter, anyways.
They don't seem to pay you any mind.
Cool.
It's like we're going in, trying to be as quiet as possible, and trying to leave
You
as
can never
quietly
be
as
quiet
possible.
enough.
I'm assuming
Yeah.
Rowan knows from previous experience.
Yeah, you just kind of like try to like back out, accidentally back into like some wind chimes, like quickly like try to like stop them from ringing, look to see if
Yeah.
anyone saw. If they saw, they didn't seem to care, and like okay, and you'll
Yeah, gonna bounce. Alright. Just gonna stop like the first person monk that we see, I guess, walking around.
Okay. Yeah. Not hard. They stop and they say something in a language you don't understand.
I go with her
Time,
and
sun and moon yet.
I go with her and pull out my holy symbol.
All right. You can see your holy symbol has stopped glowing.
Thing is so useless.
Just sort of look at Vanya like, do you need a second? Like,
I don't know.
Oh, I could probably
was
help,
gonna
but
be
I'm
like-
scared.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna be like, Ramona, sort of like bob my head.
But
Uh,
last, Hmm?
Vanya, go ahead and just make an Arcana check.
Okay.
Just shakes it a little bit. Did you
So it's
turn
like-
it off and on again?
Like manhandling it like you do a puzzle box.
Yeah.
All right. You're able to find the button hidden within the pattern once again, and you hear a voice say, "Translator activated."
So
Just always press that button at least once.
Okay, try now.
Wait, don't they need to say something first? They already said it. It's not gonna work now.
I think try
sorry,
speaking to
can
them.
you repeat that?
Hello.
Of course. How may I help you?
Well, that was a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be. Where are we?
Where are you? Well, this is Tenohira Temple.
How to pull up the notes. Tenohira Temple.
Tenohira Temple.
Is it spelled how I think it's spelled?
Tenohira.
Hell yeah.
Tenohira. Okay.
If I may, what is the god that you all follow?
Well, we don't exactly follow a god. We
Or being, I guess.
look to the divine dragon for inspiration, and we have learned to move as it does, fight as it does.
Rowan is now very curious. like what? What did the dragon teach you?
Well, how to be a rock in the storm, how to break others, but only in self-defense.
Can you show me in self-defense?
You're asking
He kinda-
him to
he kinda
fight
like-
you in self-defense?
He kind of like cocks his head, like, do you wish to hurt me?
No, I mean like in, mock combat.
We do not mock combat here.
Okay, not what I meant.
I was whispering to Rowan, I think you keep training.
Practice.
Practice. Learning.
I'm just imagining like the two wingmen in the back. Like, sorry, it's been a while since conversation. I just meant in training.
Oh, well, our techniques are a closely guarded secret. If you were looking to learn, you would have to ask the Grand Master first.
Go through the 36
Where may
chambers.
we find him?
He is on the center, the temple.
Which we just had to take the bridges to that temple, right?
Yes, he's gesturing towards the bridges.
Okay. Are we allowed in the temple?
Well, if you are respectful and courteous.
Okay,
Gonna
so don't
give
break
Vatham
anything.
gonna give Vatham a glance like.
Oh, really? You're one to judge.
Again,
saying,
who
don't
most
threaten people.
recently threatened people.
Thank you for helping us.
I was gonna say, just gonna give him a bow. Thank you. We'll be.
He bows
going.
back.
Off we go.
All right. You move across the bridge, passing several more monks as you go. They all nod as you pass them. And you get to the central column and see the large temple proper looming above you. And you make your way up the long staircase to the front doors. And as you get to the front doors, you struggle a little bit to open them.
Of course.
Yeah.
Very fitting.
Because they are like big 10-foot slabs of stone that you have to push open.
Gotta get a bit of help from from the strength boys.
I feel like between 11 of us we can open 2 doors, but that's just me, I guess.
I'm pretty sure a 20 and 18 could get you most of the way there.
We struggled to open
And-
the doors, but we opened them.
Yeah, you open them, and you go in. You come to the center of said temple, where you see several flaming braziers lit along your path before it leads up to a slightly raised dais, and you see sitting meditating on the dais a dragonborn.
Oh.
You can see bronze scales that have dulled with age and have actually turned a slight shade of blue, as well as a long mane of white hair that comes down over his shoulders.
And he's up some stairs, you said?
Yeah, he's up like a few stairs on a raised dais.
Getcha. Walk up the stairs.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know anymore. How do we converse with people? What is
Yep.
protocol?
You say hello.
Walk to the base of the stairs, maybe?
I'm kind of curious. Does he almost resemble what we were seeing in the meditation room? Like in terms of color and hair color?
No, not at all. Like this is like a standard dragonborn of like what you're used to seeing. They're still rare. They're mostly like unique to Wildmount because that's where Draconia is. But there are other smaller settlements of dragonborn throughout Exandria, and this is your typical dragonborn.
Okay.
So, what do you do, Rowan? Do you stop at the foot, or do you walk up the stairs?
When I get to the foot of the stairs, does he make any, like, acknowledgement that I'm there?
Make an insight check.
Oh, jeez. Okay. 15.
Doesn't look like he's noticed you.
I'll do the bow again, and then once I've bowed, I'll sort of do, like, that cough to be like, I'm here.
I'm gonna give Rowan a thumbs up. You got this. And
How
Rowan's
about
smiling now.
You don't really need to do the cough because as you do your bow, even he with eyes closed nods in response, and then his eyes open, and he looks down at you and he says, "You are not of this land. In common."
Oh, finally.
Somebody who speaks our language.
Nope. We're
No.
not.
I don't. None of us are. Well, Shin, but
Well, yeah.
Hmm. Yes, he looks like one of the Shogun's men.
He was one of the Shogun's men.
But now we're just trying to get him home.
like a puppy.
Trying to get ourselves to where we needed to be.
Where is it you
And-
need to be?
The storm giants.
Well, we're looking for something.
What is it you're looking for?
Piece of an
This-
ancient artifact. It used to belong to the giant, but it was separated. And we seek to reunite the pieces. And we believe one of them is somewhere beyond the storm.
Does any of this sound like something I've read before, Mike? No, I'm finally hearing this.
Well, you can make a history check. You wouldn't have advantage on this though. Your advantage actually cancels out the disadvantage you would have.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Like there's something you've heard about like an old artifact from the founding that was used to it was used to enslave the giants to the elementals. However, you always thought it was just like an old wives' tale that like mothers told, like Mother Goliaths told their children to make them behave. You think it's crazy that these people think that that's real. He says, and you believe the giants have the piece you need.
Yes.
Possibly.
Well, that is very difficult, as the giants are the vassals of the divine dragon.
So,
Do we know if like an individual piece could hold any sort of sway over giants?
You
Have to be
don't.
connected.
You're unsure how it works.
Cool.
Nope. Nope, don't know that. I can't see that. Wrong character.
That
It-
does make things complicated, but could also mean that it's perhaps within or with the divine dragon. They may have control of it as part of whatever binds the giants to them.
Just curious.
The giants are not bound to the divine dragon. They chose to serve it.
I don't recall
Okay.
any giant ever willingly wanting to serve a dragon.
Well, we also didn't know there was an entire civilization behind a storm, so
You learn something new
I'm
every day.
willing to accept this.
I take it that the giants would be less than content if they were, say, forced to follow someone else or something else.
That depends on if this artifact that you're speaking of, if it even exists.
Vatham, how about we catch you up on its existence later? We can go with we know it exists. We'll catch you up later. I promise.
Can you also catch me up? I am very.
Yeah, we'll catch
Yes.
all of you up. We're
We'll-
sorry.
We'll have a meeting. It's just
There's a time and
It's-
place for everything.
there's a
But,
time and place for anything, and it's been difficult to know who we can trust.
But I have many questions.
And we will answer all of your questions. Don't worry.
Okay.
The next time we make camp, we will have question and answer time.
Yeah, I'll take watch with you and we can go over all your questions.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just
so-
saying, if this thing exists, it could be possible that they may have learned to live with it for however long the Divine Dragon has
We don't even
had
know.
them as vassals.
It's not. If you know of the item we're talking about, Vatham, it's not in its full form anymore. It's in pieces,
So,
and we don't know if a piece can control anyone.
And from what the Grandmaster is telling us, it seems that the giants are doing this of their own volition. So I don't think that they're in some sort of bound servitude.
And if they're doing it of their own volition, maybe we can talk to them about acquiring the piece. Tell them what's going on. Perhaps strike some sort of deal.
There is also the issue of the Shogun who tried to attack us.
Yes, that we can get to that at another time. A
Isn't that
lesser
only an
issue.
I think he
issue
tried
if
to kill
comes
us just because
after
we-
us? Okay, because I think I just spooked him when I wanted to understand. So
Were you asking me a question? Because there was too many people talking.
sorry.
I did. It was. Would the giants be sort of put off about maybe being forced to serve someone else other than the dragon?
Oh, possibly. You've never heard of like giants working with dragons before, so like the fact that they've chosen to follow this dragon is already a miracle. If they were to like be made to follow someone else, that would be like, I don't know, what's the opposite of a miracle?
That's a good question.
Divine intervention.
It seems like the same thing.
Well, I guess the opposite of a miracle is not exactly what I meant. I mean like the malicious version of a
Malicious
Oh.
intervention.
miracle. Malicious intervention. Sure,
Yeah.
why not?
I like it.
Do you know, Grandmaster, where we could find the giants?
Okay, I think the word we're looking for is disaster.
The giants are the storm. The storm is the giants.
Is there a way, a place,
To
a way to
communicate
speak
with the
with
storm?
them?
There is a way. Many have tried. Many have failed. Only one has succeeded.
I'm assuming
Oh,
that
no.
being our Divine Dragon that you speak of.
No, the one who succeeded met the divine dragon and learned its ways.
When was this?
Do you know this being's name?
Yes. His name is Diamok.
Putting that in the notes.
What did... Do you know what Diamok looked like, by any chance? And how long ago was this?
Well, it was a very long time ago,
Okay,
possibly before you were ever even born.
okay, good.
Believe back then, his scales still had the brilliant luster he had in his youth.
What color were these scales?
What's that?
I said, what color were those scales?
Bronze, if I remember.
just get an insight check. Is he talking about himself here?
Yeah, go ahead.
I heard that snicker.
$23.
Yeah, he is definitely talking about himself. And after he realized that you guys did make that connection right away, he started fucking with you.
Oh wow.
In only way an old man can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like your grandpa when he's just like making all these jokes and you're just like
Well, it's good to
You
see
catch
that
on
someone...
just like 2 seconds too late.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just like I gotcha.
I sort of gave him the look of like, okay, I see he still has a sense of humor.
It's
I am Grandmaster Diamok. It is nice to meet you. You should really ask people's names when you talk to them for the first time.
Apologies, Grandmaster.
been a
It's been a
I've
while.
been thinking that the whole time. I just didn't want to speak up. I'm like, we should.
I always figure it's rude to address somebody by other than their title, because I've gotten way too many rulers upside the head for that.
Would you be able to teach us the way of speaking to the storm? Or speak to the storm on our behalf?
I cannot speak to the storm on your behalf. If you wish to move like the storm, then you must prove yourself first.
all right.
What do we have to do?
Not we. Just you. And he points at you, Rowan.
Of course it's me! Why would it be the monk in the monk temple?
Go do your monk shit.
Oh
You
god.
can do it.
Nothing strength related. Nothing strength related. Please nothing strength related.
Lift this boulder. No.
Move it with your mind. Or your muscles. Take a pick. Oh fuck.
Time for some 36 chambers action.
It has been a while since I have been to Wildmount. Show me what you have learned. And he stands up and like the gray blue shawl that he had over his body falls aside, and you just see that he has
Super buff dragon.
yeah, super rippling muscles underneath his scales.
Alright, so it's CrossFit Grandpa. Let's go.
He's
CrossFit Grandpa.
He's basically
Wow,
like
like
the Dragonborn equivalent of the Earthbreaker.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just gonna sort of like cock an eyebrow and be like, okay.
Go get him. Tat
All
tat.
right, hold on.
Thanks.
I'm bringing everybody over to the map.
Oh, there's a map for it.
Of course,
course
there's a
there's a
map
map.
for it.
Oh,
I
God.
just sort of looked to
What do
Rowan
you
and
think
I'm like,
this is, Monday?
Wait, I really. Oh, that was.
Shot. Oh
You gonna end the
man.
stream like that, Josh?
To be fair,
They deserved it on your behalf.
it was just us laughing.
Oh man, that was great.
Quick
Kind of.
question. Dim light?
What's that?
Dim light or bright light in here?
Well, seeing how you are surrounded by flaming braziers, as well as there's a skylight in this room.
Of course.
Can the pat pat be bardic inspiration?
Sure, why not?
Thanks, Rona.
I got you.
Feeling great.
if I could, I would pass my crimson right on to you, but I can't do that.
Oh wow. Oh Jesus. Oh, hi, squad. I forgot how many we are.
And that's not even counting Sindri. I still don't have a token for him.
That puts us at 10. Who's number 11?
Sindri.
Oh, no, Amity's not on the map.
Oh,
fine.
weird. I don't know why she's not.
And I was like, wait a minute, we're missing one.
She's technically absent tonight, but still.
Well, but all I did was just drag everybody over from
Weird.
the last map, so it's a little surprising
There
why
she
wasn't
is.
there.
It
Yeah.
doesn't even have full HP.
Of course not. You guys haven't taken a long rest. Oh yeah, actually, yeah, you did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
did.
We did. Just
I
no one
forgot.
Yeah,
clicked on
because
her.
that's how Spark healed all of us.
Yes, cured our
Right.
madness.
That is correct.
Yeah,
You
we
did
took a
do
rest
that.
after that.
Yeah. Hold on as I real quick just hit the long rest button for Karos. There we go.
Oops.
Alright, cool. Not that it'll come up, but alright. So do you move to meet him up on his pedestal?
Is he encouraging me to meet him up on his pedestal?
I would assume if he disrobed and like you just got all muscle, yeah, that's probably a sign of encouragement.
I don't know. Are we fighting on this little like 4x4 square? Jesus Christ. Okay.
3x3 actually.
Oh well. Yeah. Sorry. Math is hard. Yeah. I guess I'll cautiously go up to meet him on this tiny little square. Oh.
All right.
Okay. Oh, there we go. Jesus.
Alright.
The shit.
He stands there waiting.
Oh,
You
we're
would
just...
know in this situation, it's usually the student that bows first.
Oh. Okay. I thought he was waiting for me to hit him. I was like, Okay. I bow.
Alright, he bows in return. And roll initiative.
Okay. There it is. I was like waiting for it. Oh, motherfucker.
Oh shit, I rolled a natural 20.
Oh my god.
Oh, we fucked.
You know what? Better he get it out now. Better he get it out now.
Or he
Watch
just-
this fucking grandpa monk beat the shit out of me in like 2 turns because Mike's just gonna roll nat 20s.
Alright.
Literally gonna yeet me off this fucking dais and I'm just gonna like break my back on this like brazier down here.
He's just gonna start slapping you and crits. Just crit backhands.
Yeah. Apparently.
So, show me what they teach at the Temple of the Setting Sun now. And he goes into a defensive position. It's your turn.
You could say he takes a patient defense.
Oh god, ow, dogs, really? Did you have to come in here now? Really? No. Literally the moment things have to start getting interesting, my dogs are like, hey mom, play with us. 1 second, let me lock them out of my room. Hang on. Okay. Character sheet. Wait, Discord. There's no way he's not gonna save that, so just ignore that. There's no way. Anything dex saving throw related, I'm just gonna kind of throw out the window. It's a safe ass bet that is just not gonna work.
Do you have stuff that's Dex save base?
Fairy fire, yeah.
Oh, I guess technically, yeah.
Yeah. I will move forward and punch Grandpa.
Alright, make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh fuck, he's that monk.
24.
Alright. You actually saved on your first try. Good job.
Proud
Yeah,
of you.
On the first try.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I don't like the sound of that, but okay, thanks.
I mean, he said it, not me. But yeah, you feel like a strange like uneasiness in his calm demeanor that makes you not want to hit him, but you're able to force your way through that feeling, and you can attack at disadvantage.
Oh god, hang on. Oh, sorry, sneezing. At disadvantage? Okay.
At disadvantage.
Okay. Okay. Nope.
You see him move slightly as you swing past him, missing horribly. And he says, "Good. You have a good mind."
Why?
As you miss again, he says, "Now, if only your body could match it."
Anger. Spend a key point.
He dodges once again.
I'm trying to think of what kind of AC he could have if I have a 20. And it's not looking good at disadvantage. No.
Yeah, you go like into like a spin kick, and he just like jumps over you and lands over here.
Oh, yeah. Even better. Grandpa's styling on me now. Okay. That's my turn.
Okay. You see him go into a different stance, and like lightning crackles across his arms for a second. And at the end of your turn, he is going to punch you once.
Don't you dare tell me it was a natural 20. I will be so mad.
It was a natural 1.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, good.
Oh, thank God.
But he still hits. No,
Jesus.
No, that's not how this game works.
That would be
but it would be
ridiculous.
hilarious.
That would be so ridiculous.
Yeah, you dodge out of the way of his slow jab, and he says, "Good. Your reflexes are sound. I might have to start trying."
Oh no.
And now it's his turn. The lightning crackling on his body kind of surges forward a bit more, as he will attack you 4 times.
Okay.
Hey, there's the natural 20.
Oh, fuck.
It's gonna hurt.
Oh my God. It's 2 and like 4 rolls. 5.
So, that's 22 points of damage on the first hit. And I need you to make a con save.
Sounds like these are kind of misplaying a
Oh,
paladin.
Ugh.
Oof.
Ugh.
You are stunned.
Oh, of course I am.
Payback's a bitch. So that will make his second attack at advantage. That's another crit.
This is gonna hurt.
I literally told you guys that Grandpa was gonna whoop my ass in 2 turns. This is bullshit. Mike's not allowed to roll. Josh, you have to start rolling damage now. This isn't fair. Mike crits way too often.
I had advantage.
It doesn't matter.
It's really funny. I honestly I never crit this much when I'm a player. It's only when I'm DMing you guys. All right, so that's
Unreal.
21 points of damage on the second hit, and I need you to
Consistent,
make
too, which is the worst
yeah.
part.
Which is funny because I didn't roll like exactly the same like on die. It was just
Yeah.
same. Yeah. It was,
Anyways, now what do I
around
have
the
to
same.
roll?
I need you to make a dex save.
At disadvantage? Because I'm stunned? Does that change anything if I'm stunned? I actually don't know.
You know what? I don't
Oh,
really
I
know either.
automatically fail strength and dex saving throws, so there you
Oh,
go.
well, there you go. All right, then you are knocked prone.
Why did it have to be bright in here?
Oh, I guess technically you would have had disadvantage because it was bright too. I was making you roll a disadvantage because he took the dodge action.
Well, I know, but either way, like, I can't have double disadvantage, so...
Right. Yeah.
Well, it's
So
in
that's-
direct sunlight. Well, I guess if I'm under a direct fucking skylight, then yeah, it's direct sunlight.
Yeah. That's funny. I didn't even think about that.
But isn't that unranged? That
No.
close was fine. Oh.
No. No,
No.
it's all attack rolls. All
Rip.
attack rolls and perception checks. Yep.
Yay.
Let's see. And then he will come down with a third attack at advantage.
Why didn't I go sorcerer instead of rogue so I could beat the shit out of people in my own darkness?
I mean, you could have been like Kato and gone warlock.
Could have done that too, yeah.
Come to the dark side.
Third hit will also hit for another 19 points of damage.
You guys, I predicted he's gonna take me out. He actually might... Yeah! Because I'm stunned, I'll be stunned, so yeah! Unless he magically misses all attacks next turn.
At advantage.
And
Uh, Third, the fourth one as he comes down also hits, although that's not as well on the damage roll. That's only 11 points of damage.
Still 11.
Don't worry,
is the-
guys. I went from 111 to 38 in one round.
That is the minimum amount of damage he can do.
Oh, thanks. You're better.
Yeah, minimum.
Yep.
Lethal and flurry of blows.
That was flurry of blows.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck. Monks are ridiculous.
All right, it's your turn.
Cool, I'm stunned. That's
Yes, you
my
are.
turn.
Yep.
I have nothing to get out of stun. I can get out of charm, and I can get out of, like... or frightened, of which I am neither. Actually, no, I'm very scared of Grandpa, but...
At the end of your turn,
Fucking whack me again.
he says, well,
I did not mean to click.
yeah, just who's Mitchell? He says, you seem to be having a hard time. Here, I will.
I'm both stunned and prone, therefore...
I know. He says, seems to be having a hard time. Therefore, I will make things a bit easier on you. And the entire temple goes dark. As the braziers are suddenly snuffed out in a moment. It's like the winds just whipped through the entire temple and snuffed out every flame in the temple. And
He makes
Laying
the sun disappear?
laying stunned on your back, you look up into the skylight and you can see thick storm clouds appearing overhead, blocking out the sun. That was his turn. It is your turn. You are no longer stunned.
I'm prone.
You are prone. That is true.
At least you don't have anywhere to go.
Oh, I don't have that anymore. Oh, that's depressing. All right, well, I stand up,
You do so.
which I guess it doesn't truly matter since I'm not going anywhere. Since apparently we're fighting on this 3x3 square.
I mean, you can jump off it at any time if you want to. It's like a 5-foot drop.
Well, I know that, but like, it's not like he can't catch me. He's a monk too.
Come to find out, he also
Probably of a
has
higher
something-
level. Ergo, probably more
Probably.
movement speed.
Probably.
Definitely.
His title is Grandmaster.
Exactly.
There ain't no probably.
I know. Had I gone first, that would have been great. Well, I guess I'll try and hit him again.
All right.
Am I just
You no longer have disadvantage because he's not dodging and it is dark here. In fact, you would have advantage because he doesn't have dark vision.
That was the quietest.
Oh. Oh, that's right, because Dragonborn,
Dragonborns don't get dark vision.
which is so funny. I guess they get a lot of other cool stuff. Okay.
To be fair, can't see in darkness either now.
Yep, so Vatham is blind to this whole fight now. Same thing with, I
blindsided.
think, Dasani as well.
Definitely.
They're just like, guys, what's going on?
I think
Just
Here's
hear
Karos,
the
the-
too.
slapping of skin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Karos, Vatham, and Dasani are suddenly blind as all the lights go out.
Well, this is fun.
I mean, I can hear what's going on.
Yeah, that's all you can
Do you
do.
want to play by play?
Yeah, we could
No.
provide commentary.
Sure.
Oh god.
I do it like full on like showcast, and he goes in for the swing and oh,
Yeah,
the whole thing.
Ramona and I are now full commentating.
Oh, finally. Oh, thank god.
There you go.
Nice.
Critical hit will hit. As he
Good
pretty
job.
much just stands there with his arms crossed behind his back, and you like punch him like right in the chest, and he just takes it.
And a big hit from Rowan. Woo!
25 points of damage.
And this probably won't work, but I'll try and stun him.
All right.
Maybe I'll be lucky.
I mean, there's a chance that he'll.
There's a chance that he fails.
I mean, his con's not the best. He's an old man.
You know, that is surprising.
Grandmaster Monk, old man.
I rolled exactly a 17.
Oof.
Never mind. He's still a monk.
Great. Okay. Well, we'll do this.
Considering he has proficiency in all saves, most likely.
19 misses.
Oof.
Can I add inspiration on after the fact that you've told me? Or no, inspiration just goes to damage, right? Not onto the actual roll.
No, it
No, you
doesn't
can do it
go on
onto the
damage.
attack.
Goes on attacks.
Yeah.
I'll let you add it.
Okay. I couldn't remember if I had to do it before.
Uh,
What is it?
You would also notice that after the solid hit you just sent to his chest, the rippling lightning has dissipated a bit.
Cool.
There was rippling lightning. Anyway.
What is the inspirations? What for you, Ramona?
A D6.
6.
Were you about to say 4? It sounded like 4.
I said a D6.
The lightning's the only thing I can see.
I'm a baby bird.
Yeah, you guys are just like getting like little like flashes of this fight as like lightning flashes across his body. Gives it kind of like a
Strobe light
oh
effect.
shit, strobe light. Thank you. Yeah, totally forgot what those lights are called. Yeah, strobe light. All right, a 22 just barely misses.
Jeez.
I hate everything.
So that was your first two attacks, or I guess your action. I mean, bonus action.
Yeah. Where's the farthest point I can run away to in this moment for a second? Can I get to those stairs, or do I clip this corner technically?
You can get to those stairs. Yes,
Cool.
I'll let you go there.
Boop.
All right,
I shadow step that way.
sounds good.
That's my turn.
Do you move at all? Because that was just your bonus action.
Oh, that's right. I go hide back here too.
All right. His turn. You hear his voice ring out in the temple. Ah, yes. The setting sun's mystical art of running away.
Ouch.
I should have you know, I too have trained with your masters. And you don't see this, Rowan, but everybody else that has dark vision sees him disappear.
Oof.
Oh, jeez.
Oh god, this is definitely some DBC shit.
Yeah,
I'm one level away from turning invisible. This is rude. I'm offended. Why did we have to come here so soon, guys? Why couldn't we stick around for another milestone?
Oh my god, that's real funny.
Oh god. Okay.
Alright, it's your turn. He's not where he is on the map, I'll just tell you that.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't feel like putting him onto the GM layer just to take him off later.
Yeah, no, that's fine. You can just leave him wherever he is, and I'll just assume he's actually not there. Cool. Well, this is awkward. This just got...
Well, what do you do, Rowan? You don't even know he's invisible. You just ran away.
I know. I will come down. This way around the corner. Actually, wait, no. First, before I do anything,
Okay.
I'm pulling out my symbol to Paylor, and I'm just like, please, 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 please. I'm like, if ever there was a time you could help me out with something, it would totally be right now.
All right. Are you just doing that thematically, or would you like to use your action praying to Pelor?
No, I'll totally use my action to pray to Paylor.
All right, then go ahead. Are you proficient in religion?
I am.
All right. Then make a wisdom check and add your proficiency modifier.
If I'm proficient in insight, can I just roll that?
Sure. That
Same
works.
thing.
Yeah.
20. That was at
That sh-
advantage.
That
So
shouldn't have been an
actually-
advantage.
But it was
it's
still the 11,
first
so-
one anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
bad.
All right. Hmm. All right. You pray to Pelor, and you see just like a slight like glint on your holy symbol, but you don't know what it means.
I'll take it. I will come around this corner and look for him.
All right, you look at the pedestal, and he is not there.
Can I hear him?
Make a perception check.
Probably not.
Nope. You don't hear him. Anything else you want to do in your turn? Bonus action? Rest of your movement?
I'm just reading something real quick because I can't
Okay.
remember. It's in here. I used my action. Okay. 20. Okay, originating from... I don't want it to hit me. Which, let me just move myself into this square so it actually works more. From... Stop, Tori. So, in the middle of this...
Mm-hmm.
Or wait, no, sorry. Because it's 20 feet radius. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I'm dumb. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I'll cast Fairy Fire here in this 20-foot cube with my bonus action.
All right.
And so it's a dexterity saving throw.
All right. All of the cushions sitting in this area suddenly glow with a ethereal flame, but nothing else is affected.
And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I'll go as sneakily as I can here.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
And you take a attack of opportunity as you leave his range right there. As he suddenly appears out of nowhere and strikes you for 13 points of damage, and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
If I fail this, something's clearly wrong. 29.
All right. You are able to keep your footing, and you are not knocked prone.
Okay.
And that's your turn. His turn. Let's see. You see his body ripple with
Lightning.
Yeah, you know what? I'll just do the same thing. You see his body ripple with lightning once again as his body starts to coalesce. And then you hear a sound in the back of your head that feels like a like the ringing bell for a funeral, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
The fuck? This is. Since when do monks get told the dead?
Okay. So you fail, so you take 21 points of necrotic damage.
Sick.
One HP in a dream.
Yep. 4 actually, but you know who's counting?
And it is your turn.
The 4-1 still feel the same.
Oh my god, dog, please. Time to try and punch him.
Okay. You technically have advantage because he's still blind.
Cool.
$29 definitely hits.
We'll try this again.
Alright. First save for this. Second save for the stunning strike. I rolled a 16.
Does
Yay.
he have a plus
Yeah.
0? Is that what you're telling me?
What's that?
I said, does that mean he has a plus 0?
No, I mean 16 total.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant he rolled 16. I was like, so...
Yeah, so he is stunned.
Yay.
You got this.
So now you have double advantage.
Which does nothing.
But it means he misses a turn.
Yes.
True.
And I mean, no point running now, so I guess I'll spend another key point to punch him 2 more times.
Alright. Well, that hits as well.
Oh, I'm so worried for some reason I might miss. So we'll just slide this in here now.
Well, you said you spent a key point, right? So you're doing flurry?
Yeah.
You've only attacked 3 times.
No, I know.
Oh,
But
okay.
I'm worried that I might miss the 4th one and then just miss out on
Oh.
sneak attack damage.
Got it. Alright.
Because, like, I looked at that, it was like a 16 and a 6, and I'm like, oof, it's getting worse.
Got it. Okay.
Ooh, 26 again, yeah. I rolled 16 and a 6 twice in a row there. Impressive. And that's my turn.
Okay. His turn. He's stunned. Back to you.
That's not supposed to be an advantage, so ignore. Or yes, it is. Never mind.
Yeah, it's until
But
the ending.
that's- Yeah, still a
Yeah,
miss. Even
13
still-
misses. Even stunned, he's kind of like in a defensive position, and as you swing out to him, he just bats your hand away.
That or I'm just so beaten up that I don't know where I'm hitting anymore.
Yeah, that too. As you are bruised and bloody. 29 will hit.
So if he's stunned,
Yep.
if I stun him again on this turn, does that maintain it, or it'll still fall off at the end of
That
my
will
turn?
maintain it, so he'll continue to be stunned until the end of your next turn.
Cool. We'll try it again.
All right. Now I'm rolling shit. Yeah, he fails again.
Oh, thank God. Okay. and then I'll spend another key point and hit him 2 more times. No.
16
Please.
misses.
Okay, please hit.
And 22 misses.
Yeah, because he's got 20. No. All right, done.
All right. His turn. He's stunned. Back to you.
It's so exciting. All
I
right.
know.
I think 24 hits, right?
24. The 24 comes out towards him, and just as you're about to connect with his jawline, that jolting lightning that's streaking across his body lashes out and strikes your hand just enough so that you miss him.
Okay, rude, but sure. 17 misses.
17 misses.
Oh god. Okay. Key point for flurry of blows. 29.
29 will hit. And now he's starting to look bloody.
Okay. That
Now
goes
he's
in there.
looking bloody.
Now he's looking bloody. I've only
Yeah,
been bloody since like turn 1, but besides the point.
So that's 18. All right.
We'll try again.
Another stunning strike. He succeeds that time.
Motherfucker. How many times have I hit this turn? 3?
You started with the 24, so you
Yeah.
have attacked 3 times. If you
So I
spend a
have
key
one more.
point, you have 1 more.
Yeah.
Are you still got key points?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah. I'm taking them off as I use.
All right, cool. Yes, 25 just barely hits as you're able to punch faster than the lightning.
I'll try again.
All right.
So like a lyric from a Metallica album.
All right. He is still stunned.
Oh fuck. Oh my god. Okay, that's my turn.
God
All right.
damn.
Yeah. His
Oh,
turn. Stunned. Back to you.
Hold on to your butt.
Well, let's see how long she can last. She's got to run out of key points at some point.
I know, and we're basically there.
It has to be soon.
Really spicy now. Oh god. Okay.
Butts are being clenched.
28 hits. Oh, you know what? I forgot to make a concentration save from that last hit. 1 second. Okay, yeah. All right. Yeah, 28 hits for 14.
Fuck.
Of course.
Of course.
All right. You also see the crackling lightning dissipate from that first hit, and then
Okay.
you crit for another 12.
All right. So, how messed up is he looking?
He's looking a little bloody now. Yeah, he's like decently bloody.
Okay, so yeah, not enough. Oh man.
I mean, you're doing better than Grog.
I will.
It's because Grog didn't have stunning strikes.
Yeah,
It
True.
really is a big difference.
it makes a huge difference. So I can either get 2 potential guaranteed hits in now.
Potential guaranteed.
Well, if I can use my last key point to flurry of blows and hit him 2 more times, hopefully, or use my last key point to try and set him again and then hit him 3 times, hopefully, next turn.
I see.
I don't like these.
The
One of them gives me-
conundrum.
One of them gets me potentially 1 extra, so we'll try and stun him again.
Okay. All right,
Wow,
he's
you
still
like that
stunned.
number.
Oh my god!
Yeah, every time I've failed the stunning strike save, I've rolled an 11.
Every
Every
time.
single time.
Oh my god. Okay, so
RNGs
Can I
be
use-
damned.
can I use my boat? I can't even remember at this point because I'm like on adrenaline. Can I use my bonus action to make an attack roll?
Well, how many times have you attacked?
This turn only twice. I didn't use flurry of blows, so I only use my
Uh,
actions to attack.
Then
I
yeah,
haven't used-
as a bonus action, you can make an attack.
Yeah, I get one more. Okay.
Yeah, as you get a free bonus action attack.
Yeah, it's only flurry. It lets me do 2 on my bonus action, and that misses. I think.
Yes, 22 misses.
Cool. End of my turn.
All right. His turn. Back to you. He's still stunned. I can't do anything.
It's just funny. Okay. Well, this is all we got left. So 1.
23 just barely hits.
Cool. 2.
26
Really,
hits.
You piece of crap. And I guess I'll use my bonus action to punch him one more time.
All right. Nice.
And I'll put sneak attack on that one.
Nice.
Held out for it.
41. Nice.
Well, folks, now we're in a pickle. Because I'm level 10, not level 13 in monk, so we're 3 key points short.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, you could buy yourself a turn.
I'm just gonna try. Oh god, and then I run away 50 feet. And that's my turn.
Okay. His turn.
Finally.
Yep, finally. He can finally take his turn. He is going to use his action to regain 60 hit points.
Oh, you son of a...
Motherfucker. What monk are you?
All the monks. He's all the monks.
Every monk that has ever existed.
Yeah, lives in this one fucking CrossFit grandpa.
And he calmly walks back down the stairs and hops back up onto the pedestal. And as he hops back up onto the dais, the lights flare back alive and the sky's clear and sun comes down again. And he says,
We're just like backed up against the wall, like heavy panting, like
yeah, you're just like and
looks so bad.
yeah, you can see even after you notice that a lot of what you just did in like the last like 12 seconds is just gone, healed away, but he is still looking a little bloody. And he says, I haven't had a fight like that in a very long time. You have impressed me.
Oh my god.
What is your name?
She's gonna like hobble over.
After he just got on our case about asking names.
Well, he didn't
Yeah.
care before.
Yeah, we didn't
Yeah.
matter before.
Yeah, you guys watch Rowan come slinking out from behind the pillar to the left, and she just looks all kinds of fucked up. She looks way worse than the Dragonborn guy does.
Way worse. Oh god.
Just sort of like hold out a healing potion. Would you like one?
She sort of bats it away. She's like, just give me a second. She like bows again, wincing the whole way down.
He bows in response. He
Oh,
says,
the broken rib.
Oh.
it seems your training on the battlefield has given you a very keen insight into the key flow of creatures.
She tries to like stop herself from like hacking. Yes.
I will teach you how to converse with the storm. Your training starts tomorrow.
She bows again. Thank you, Grandmaster.
And then he sits back down into his meditative state. And starts to cast Prayer of Healing on himself.
Rowan, do you want some help?
Everyone just turns around and she just looks at Vanya and she's just like, help.
Drop a healing potion now.
And they all go.
We better just
She
put
sorta like-
spell slots on her.
Sort of like gently, like, sort of just like puts her arm on Vanya's shoulder and then slowly leads into her, or like,
Yeah, I'll do 2. I don't even know what my warlock spell slots are. 3rd level cure wounds,
Oh, you're so okay.
because I'll get those back after a short rest. So
Oof.
you know she does her best.
I'll-
20,
looking
29
much
hit
better
points.
than
Pretty
4.
good.
All right.
I will also give you a heal, and it comes in the. Pat, you did great.
Everyone's like, ow, ow.
I didn't decide what slot I wanted. I mean, it's fine.
I don't think
I'll
we're not going anywhere.
I don't
so.
think we are either. That's why I'm like, I'll just, he's my highest level. Whatevs. You go, fam. And I'll
Oh,
roll really low. Oh no, it's not
Fine.
really low.
it's fine. It's so much better than 4.
Better than not being mostly dead.
I thought you did rather well.
Well, until the lights turned off, but thanks. Well, I mean, while the lights were on, I need a nap.
Yeah, you probably have a concussion. Multiple
Yeah.
concussions.
That reminded me a lot of home, in a good way. Also a painful way, but in a good way.
Before we started praying, we should have asked if we can stay here.
I mean, we
We're
could
still
My training
here.
starts tomorrow,
Offer
so
to-
I can't, there's no point going far.
I mean, I figured that if you were training here, we were gonna just stay here. We could talk to somebody outside.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll realize what happened when they look at me, so.
All right. So you guys
Oh,
leave.
as we leave, she sort of turns back and she's like, Rowan, because she didn't actually say her name, she was just hacking. Then we leave.
You see, in his meditative state, he nods oh so slightly.
That's all.
And you guys head out of the Grandmaster's antechamber. And as you leave, there is a monk waiting for you. And he says,
So translate
"You did
yourself on.
good. You did good to remain conscious. Not many do so. You should be thankful
Yeah, I'm
that he
going to
went
either.
easy on you.
Oh, I'm very thankful, don't worry.
Come. I will show you all to your quarters." And he leads you to the part of the monastery on the eastern side of the channel that you hadn't gone to yet. You can see the middle of it is a kind of like a very lush garden, and then there are several minimalistic houses, and he leads you to an area and then just seems to slide the wall open to show a room with several bedrolls on a soft ground.
The
This
more
is not a
things
waterbed.
change, the more things seem
Thank you.
familiar.
What was that, Vanya?
At least it's not a waterbed.
All right. And as you all sit down and Rowan nurses her wounds, we will take a 10-minute break here.
I did it!
Woo!
I
You
don't know what
did
it
it.
is, but I did
You
it.
live.
I lived. I didn't pass out.
I mean, you did better than Grog. At least you stayed conscious.
I'm very surprised I got that many study strength.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, he didn't have the best con mod.
Yeah.
As
I mean,
said,
I don't.
he's an old
I have
man.
like a. I mean, I've got a +3, which is still pretty good, but like.
Yeah, he's only got a +2.
Yeah. I focus.
Now,
Monks are like
Minus-
Dexy wisdomy people.
Yeah.
let's now just say Grandmaster Diamant. Parentheses, all the monk.
All the monk.
Mm. Yeah, it's Grandmaster All the Monk. That's his new name.
Come to find out, that's what his name translates to. Just all the monk.
All the Monk. Oh man, that
Did
was.
you take us
spicy.
to break, Joe?
I'm doing it now.
Oh, okay. You didn't
So,
say
well-
anything. That's what.
Well, I kind of had my mic muted, so we'll take us to break and we'll be right back. And we are back.
All right, great. Well, that was fun. Anything anyone else would like to do as I'm assuming Rowan just collapses on the ground?
Holding her symbol to Palor, but yeah.
Anyone? Anyone? Bueller?
So Grandmaster spoke common, but when the guy came to take us to our room, did he also speak common, or?
He did not. You
Okay.
could tell that it was being translated by your holy symbol.
Okay.
You could see the yellow subtitles.
Yeah, sure.
Yellow subtitles.
It's like, why are you looking at my chest? Oh, sorry, I'm just reading your words.
Sorry, I'm just
What?
reading.
A scene from Austin Powers comes to mind.
Yeah, right. Anyway.
If anybody wants to go talk to people, I'll come with you. Otherwise, I'm content to just lie low for a bit.
I think lie low is a good option.
What
This could
time
be a
of
good-
day
this-
is it?
It's like noon.
Oh my gosh. And we're going to sleep?
This-
No
this-
way.
No,
My-
just Rowan.
Well, yeah.
And she doesn't
but-
even actually have to sleep, but she sleeps.
Yeah.
Like straight up just passes out. It's not trance, it's sleep.
I think one of y'all owes like a couple explanations.
I was gonna
Yes,
say
I
this
would like an explanation, please.
this might be a good chance to catch everybody up.
Well, you have fun with that, and I walk out.
Where are you? Where are you go? You can't talk to
You
anyone.
you can't leave this place unsupervised.
I already did. I'm just
She's
gonna go
already
fuck-
gone.
There's no one, no whole person.
Why? I'm not
You don't
doing
have to
anything wrong.
You don't have to resort to spells with every single disagreement.
All I decided was I wanted to go outside. It's noon, and Vanya knows better what's going on than I do, so.
Ooh, that's
Don't-
debatable.
Don't fall off the side of the temple.
I've left a while ago. I didn't hear you say that. Sorry. I'm gonna go jump off the cliff, apparently.
Go
No.
figure out what's going on.
All the curses in giant.
Ramona, as you go outside and kind of look out over the landscape, you are just like suddenly hit with blanking on the word, creative something.
Inspiration.
Inspiration.
Is it inspiration? Maybe. I thought there was another word, but maybe I'm thinking of inspiration. It just doesn't sound right. Anyway, sure. Creative inspiration. Why not? Yeah. As you look out over the tranquil kind of valley above the channel of water below, there's a gentle breeze moving the trees. You kind of get the sense like, God, this would be something really good to paint right now.
Yep. That was my plan. To just make some art because it's pretty.
Yeah. You go to grab your paints and they're wet.
Oh.
Fine. It's okay. I can.
I mean, it's smart. You could probably find something.
Could probably. Or make something, or just use pencil or whatever it is. But I wanted color. I'm gonna. Okay, hold on. I will cast Comprehend Languages,
Okay.
and I will go up to a monk,
Sure.
and I'll just kind of like wave till they notice me because I can't speak to them, but I can
He-
understand.
Yeah, they notice you right away. You're kind of hard to miss.
And I'll just show them my wet paints and make a sad face.
Are you looking for new paints?
I'll nod.
Come with me.
I'll nod again and I'll go to follow.
And they will lead you back to the western side of the ravine, to the area that you guys had first entered it at. Not to the big building you guys had went in where everybody was meditating, but to one of the smaller ones. And you see several hanging paintings of this same valley. Some of them are just black ink. Some of them are like a splotchy mix of colors. And he goes and talks to one of the monks in this area, and they bring you a new paint set. It's a little foreign looking, but you recognize the colors, and that's all that matters.
Hooray! I guess hugging random strangers is rude, so I won't do that. But I'll just kind of like, I don't know, smile and give another appreciative nod.
They both bow to you and
Oh.
then look up with a slight smile on their faces.
And then I'll run back to that spot that I saw.
Okay. Perfect. So, while that was all going on, back to the party, next to the collapsed Rowan.
All right. So, what questions do you have? I'll do my best.
I think we'll start with Shill.
What is it we are looking for? Did that go through?
Yeah.
We heard
Oh,
it.
okay.
Did you hear that, Kayla?
Oh, nope. I did not hear any
Oh.
responses.
Shilk asked, what is it that you're looking for?
We are looking for pieces of an artifact that was broken up a very long time ago. We are searching for them to stop someone we believe is very bad from acquiring them himself, to try and, from what we can gather, cause the end of the world. We're trying to stop that.
Oh,
Okay, that's making somewhat sense. And this has to do with an old wives' tale regarding an artifact from giants that could potentially enslave giants.
It is. I would reconsider calling it an old wives' tale. She walked out of the room, so I can't show it to you. And I'm also really reluctant to show it to you anyway, just because the other guy we think can scry on us, and we don't want him to find us here. Although I guess he could probably just scry on us too. I'm really sure how all of that works.
Who
But
is this person?
he is a. Is he a man with dragon wings or a dragon born with wings?
He was not dragonborn. He didn't have the face of a dragon. He looked human, but with like dragon parts. Like his arms and legs were both draconic in nature, and he had draconic wings as well.
All of our notes say Dragon Boy.
Yeah, I was gonna say my notes.
B-O-I.
I will have you know, in my official
Boy.
notes, it does say Dragon Man, where I have stuff written down about him. We don't know a lot about him. He looks human, but not entirely. His wings and some other draconic features.
And I'm assuming never heard anything about that. Ever.
You can make either a nature or arcana check. I would say you'd have advantage on this.
Alright, let me see. They're both the same. Let's just go Arcana. 15.
You have never heard of this.
Yeah, that was a high DC.
We kind of got caught up in all of this by mistake, but as we would like the world to not end, we took steps to further our involvement, and we've reached a place where I don't think we get to back out anymore. It's
Define accident.
Well, we all met. Well, me and Amity and Rowan and Ramona all met because we were arrested for various reasons that are not true. And
Okay.
we got shipwrecked on a continent. We didn't know what continent we were on, right? Still never got that answer.
You did not. You later found out that the elves call it Guisar.
Yeah. So we got shipwrecked and stranded on a continent that the elves call Guisar, and not entirely sure where that is in relation where we came from. We
no information from me.
We wandered the jungle for a bit. We met some Ashari. We separated from the people that had arrested us. And while we were with the Ashari, we saw giants getting attacked by dragons and a dragon guy. And that's how we kind of got involved. We were in the right place at the right time, or the wrong time, depending on how you want to look at it.
Alright.
Things transpired and we just didn't have a chance to back out anymore.
Okay. How much of that do I know in terms of Guisar or Ashari?
So you're originally from Wildmount as well,
Mhm.
and you had to travel to Guisar because of your mission. And so like you know that it's like directly west of Wildmount, across a place referred to as the Shearing Channel. And you traveled there, and that's about all you know. You've never heard of the Ashari, and so yeah. The only thing that you recognized in all of that was the name Guisar, because you know that's what it's called this continent.
Okay, so yeah, that is. I will inform our good friend Amity that you are west of Wildmount.
Amity.
Or were. Or,
Amity's not talking right now.
Vanya, sorry. A lot of information all at once.
Well, that's good to know.
Or at least you were, till this happened.
So we wandered the continent for a bit. We fought many fiends, many demons.
Apparently an aboleth.
Couple of demon princes, an aboleth. We fought the giants. No, we didn't fight the giants. We fought the dragons. We avoided fighting some giants. No, we fought some giants. Never mind. They were under control by a dragon. Fought some more dragons. People died. That's when we lost Xeris and Zephyr. Xeris you met when we were in Sigil. And then ended up underground, and then that's when we found you. We got some information that the Dragon Man has... He's 4 pieces? No, he had 3 the last time we heard. He was on his way to a 4th. We have a 5th, and we're hopefully about to find the 6th. It was advised of us that we not try to go to Frost Giants in the north, but instead seek out the Storm Giants. So here we are.
So, in terms of this artifact, you are 1 in 4 potentially gonna get a 2nd.
I feel pretty strongly that we'll get the 2nd, but that still puts us at a 2 of 6 disadvantage on him.
Yeah, that ratio is not exactly
But
good.
he needs the full. He needs all of it in order for it to work.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as we keep our pieces, we should be fine.
Do y'all have any idea where he is at the moment?
Well, we lost our ability to scry on him. But last we saw, he was up north trying to find. So, I skipped a couple of things. This will make more sense. So, at one point, we went and talked to a sphinx. And
Okay.
he sent us sort of back in time through the memories of a bunch of giants. And we were able to witness the artifact being broken apart into pieces and hidden.
Mm-hmm.
Which is what has given us some idea as to where to find some of the pieces. And so we know that he had to go find a piece up north. I know for a fact that piece was hidden up north. As to whether or not he has been successful in finding it as it was in the belly of Ramoraz, that is another story entirely.
I'm assuming the word Remoraz is lost on me.
Yeah, you don't know what a Remoraz is. You probably wouldn't know what a Sphinx is either.
Mm-hmm.
That happened.
Okay.
Other things happened. That's why Ramona is afraid of the water.
Explains a lot.
She drowned at one point. It was really not pleasant for all of us.
Figuring that much.
Yeah, it's been. This was not a path any of us chose to walk. It was put in front of us, and we saw no other option but to take it. We met Nomad along the way. We met.
Yes, the asshole.
Not that bad. You get used to him after a while.
Still a dick.
We met apparently a different Kato. Still wrapping my head around that one a little bit. So we've had help along the way. But that's kind of our story. We met because we got arrested, and then we've just kind of been trying to stay ahead of the game ever since, and being mildly successful.
Wow.
I know it's a lot.
I'm actually curious, how much of that actually did Shilk understand?
Shilk would have known Guisar. Shilk
I meant
would
in
have
terms of
known
words.
What?
Like, how much common did he actually lose there?
Oh, well, I guess that's up to Josh.
Oh, he got the gist of everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's been there for a good chunk of what
Yeah.
Vanya actually told them.
Just the artifact is new information.
It's also
Yeah.
usually easier to understand it. What I found.
Any questions?
Not really. This is sort of roughly in my wheelhouse of things I usually have to take care of. Not the whole ending preventing the end of the world thing, but retrieving ancient artifacts, that's definitely on my job description.
I don't think preventing the end of the world is technically in anyone's job description. It's just something people stumble into.
That depends on Mike. Would that fall under a Blood Hunter's job description?
Blood Hunter is actually more of like kind of being the median between some of the darker aspects of the wilderness versus civilization.
So, end of the world definitely not on there.
Yeah, definitely not on there. Yeah.
Retrieving an ancient artifact? Probably up there.
Yeah.
Well, if we do find these storm giants, hopefully they won't, immediately hate Goliath.
I'm not entirely certain. I don't. It's very odd that they're in
To be
some
honest,
sort of whatever
to be-
partnership they have with this divine dragon. Strikes me as
Gi-
rather odd.
yeah, giants working with dragons is not normally known to happen. Period. End of story.
And I think it's particularly odd with it being storm dragons. Or not storm dragons, storm giants. Storm dragons would not be fun either.
Mike, from what we've seen, do all the depictions of this divine dragon look blue?
Not specifically blue. Like there's some like blue like tinges to it along the edges, but you get more of like a. It actually like there's not like a like expressed color with it. It almost looks like pale, like it doesn't have scale.
Like it doesn't particularly have a like color associated with it.
Yes. Yeah, it looks colorless.
I'm assuming that's not within my wheelhouse of dragon knowledge.
No. Yeah, you've never heard of a colorless dragon. Usually they're either metallic or have a color.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be interesting to see what we learn once Rowan has learned to talk to the storm.
Yeah, once she's finished, preventing herself from dying in her sleep.
She'll be fine.
All right.
Yeah,
Anything
Rowan's
else?
snoring.
Nice. Anything else the party would like to do?
I might just go walk around for a little bit.
All right.
I'll leave Watcher with Rowan just in case something goes wrong.
Sure.
We'll go for a walk.
Dasani will join you on that walk. If you don't mind.
More than welcome to.
I'm actually willing to try something in this location because I read this, and it's when you reach
What was that?
when making a history check to recall information about a darker past surrounding an object or a location you are present in, you have advantage from the roll. So I'm gonna try that while we're here.
All right.
Okay, history. Attempting. I'm just gonna put this out to you, the GM. Let me know if that's high enough for something.
Okay. I'll say, Vatham, you go out on a walk by yourself, and you kind of you leave the monastery itself, following a path off the eastern side, and you go up onto a overlooking the whole ravine, and you think about the Grandmaster meditating, and you decide, fuck it, why not? Maybe it'll work. And you meditate for a while, and you receive a vision. And of the vision, you see this ravine. Before there was a temple here, it was just a natural rock formation with the large column in the center, and you can see standing on the column in the center is a young dragonborn with flashing bronze scales, light from the storm overhead reflecting off of them as he is currently braving a very difficult storm that is just sweeping across him, but he continues to hold his ground. Great big waves from the water underneath are splashing all the way up the column, and he's like shouting at the storm, and then you see a crack of lightning come shooting down towards him, and you see him just kind of jump up and meet the lightning, and then he's just gone. He just disappears within the lightning, and then your vision ends.
That's more than I was expecting to get.
There is a lot of history in this place. You don't sense that there was anything sinister about it, though, because your ability does specifically say that, but you do get a vision.
It's good to know. Next time I'm with the party, I will convey that information.
All right. Anything Vanya and Dasani want to talk about on their walk? Okay.
Not really.
I wasn't sure if Joe was gonna say anything or not. Otherwise,
No.
I will.
I was just going along because buddy system.
Yeah, the buddy system's totally smart. Walk past Ramona a couple of times and wave.
She is in the zone right now.
And
if you
I've
wanted
been
to
like,
talk
every time I finish a picture, I've been like moving to a different spot. Anyway.
What will you do now, Dasani? Without the Leviathan?
I honestly don't know. Whatever Karos wants me to do, I guess.
If you could do anything, what would you want to do?
Wouldn't mind getting my home back.
I asked where your home was.
I don't remember exactly where my home was. Because I never wrote that.
This is Joe speaking, not the
Yes.
party.
Yeah,
Yes.
I got that.
But, it was destroyed when the demons came, so.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So yeah, I'm kind of trained for fighting demons after the attack, and I got better when Karos found me, and I just trained with them, and I definitely do not mind fighting demons. So, I mean, if you guys are going to be if you guys are going to be fighting a lot of demons, I may just stick with you. I do owe them.
I don't know if we don't necessarily find them intentionally, but they definitely seem to find us. One of them might have been slightly more intentional than others. I'm not entirely certain. It was just our own dumb luck that got us there. But we've fought our fair share. And you're not the only one that enjoys ruining their day a little bit.
No, then that's at least one thing we have in common.
Yeah. Yeah. Didn't exactly have the best childhood because of demons and their ilk. I enjoy getting to use the skills that they taught me to ruin their day.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, they taught me how to not be a very good person. And I realized I didn't want to be that person anymore. So I try to use what they taught me to be a better person, and I know I don't do a good job of it all the time, but trying.
Well, as long as you try to be a better person, it's a start.
I don't think I could have gone much lower, so really only up from where I was. But I think we've been able to do some good on our way.
Seems like it. Though it also seems like you guys wind up in a lot of random situations too.
Trouble really does seem to follow us. I don't know what sort of combination of ill luck we have, but wherever we go, trouble doesn't seem to be far behind. Which, if you're looking to deal some damage to demons, might work out in your favor. If you're looking for a slightly more peaceful life, one following us around, not where you can be.
Well, if I'm able to, I will definitely help.
Good.
Would not mind getting some payback.
I think we'd be happy to have you. We don't know if you've noticed it, but at least before we met you in Batham, we sort of lacked muscle. People that it's hard to be in a battle when nobody wants to be in the front. And once we lost Zephyr and Zeris, really just Rowan that wanted to be in the front, and that really doesn't end well for anybody.
Well, I'm definitely good on the front line, so that'll definitely be a help.
Yeah. You seem like a nice person, too.
I try to be.
You put up with all of us, and honestly, that I think can say a lot about anybody at this point.
Well, you all seem to be fairly decent people. Rowan's a little blunt sometimes, but other than that, you guys are pretty good.
She's blunt, and I sometimes have some very bad ideas, but for the most part, we're all right. We're figuring it out. We don't catch a break very often, and I think sometimes we forget that the entire world can't possibly be out to get us. And I think that leads to some of our behaviors. Although Rowan's been blunt as long as I've known her, so. And I've never had good ideas. Really, Ramona and Amity are the same ones. You should listen to them.
Yeah, they do seem very level-headed. And Ramona is just adorable when she's not panicking.
She's still a little adorable. Just feel bad that she's panicking.
And one thing you should also remember is, even though it seems like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, just realize that it's not. I mean, a lot of it may be, but don't forget the little things.
We've had quite a ride.
Yeah, it seems like it.
We've lost a lot along the way.
Yes, and I'm sorry to hear of your losses.
This may sound cruel of me. I do miss Varys and Zephyr, but Watcher was not always my familiar. And I do not think I will ever get over the loss of my old one. But those are the ramifications when you choose to do things like shoot your patron in the face.
Well, it is what it is, and you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. I don't regret it, but I will always miss Thorn. Watcher is a very good boy. So. It's weird having other people being able to hear my familiar talk, though. I don't know if I'll ever quite get used to that.
Yeah, it's definitely strange.
Maybe I can train him to be quieter.
Maybe.
What do you miss most, Plum Plum?
Peacefulness. Wasn't really much of a fighter before everything that happened, so.
You've adapted well then.
I had to do what I had to do.
Yeah.
Can't let these demon attacks go unpunished, if I can help it.
Unfortunate that's the world that we live in, but we've been put in places that we can do something about it. It's something I feel like you must agree that we could just sit on the sideline for.
And that's about it, I think.
All right. Cool. And you guys make your way back just around when Ramona will be getting done with her work. So, Ramona,
Yes.
are you proficient in the performance skill?
No, but I'm proficient in painters supplies.
Yes. So that will give you advantage on your check. I was just
Okay.
seeing whether or not you get your proficiency bonus as well.
I
So then this would be a dexterity check at advantage.
Dexterity at advantage. But jack of many trades. Oh hey, doesn't matter.
Nice. All right. It is stunning. It is probably one of the best pieces of arts that you have ever created. You have to like hold it away from you as like you're like crying. It looks so beautiful.
I'm gonna like skip back to the room and just walk in and swing the door wide open. I'm so happy to be on land and show everybody my picture.
Yeah, picture is a way of putting it mildly. It is a stunning landscape painting depicting the entire ravine with the light just hitting the area just right. with the wind blowing the leaves off of the trees. It is probably one of the most beautiful pieces of art any of you have ever seen in your life. And Rowan is asleep for it.
That's okay. I'm just so happy.
Still snoring, too.
It's okay. I cut out for that entire description, so I'll go back and listen to it later.
Sounds good.
That's how great it was. That's okay. It's a
So
natural
good
20
it-
painting. That's what it is.
So
Amity-
good it broke Vanya's internet.
Amity will tell you that she thinks it's very lovely. Ramon.
Yay.
It is quite well.
Ever.
I would recommend putting that in your bag of holding, just in case. You don't want to
Know how
lose a
to-
piece that good.
Or maybe somewhere that water can't get to it.
Do we have any place that water can't get to?
How do you... I
Do
mean,
you?
it won't be a problem if we never go in water ever again.
doubt that'll
I don't.
That's
I don't think I would. Would painter supplies have like, I don't know, an art case or something?
No, your painter supplies is just like the case meant to hold the actual paint and brushes.
Yeah.
You don't have like a long like carrying case for an actual painting.
No. Oh, I know. I'll go to that place where I got the paints from and see if they have anything.
Yeah, I was just gonna say we could ask around and see if it's. I mean, it's an island. They might have a way of protecting important papers from the elements.
And I want to show them because they gave me paints to do it with.
Would you like
All
me
right.
with you? That way you can actually speak to them.
Yes, please.
All right. So the
Make it a
two
little
of you,
easier.
the two of you go back to the room where you got the painting supplies. The guy that had showed you to the room is not there, but the one that had given you this actual paints is there. And he looks at the painting, and you see a single tear come out of the corner of his eye and go down the side of his face. And he looks at you aghast, and he says, "This is the most beautiful painting I have ever seen."
single manly tear.
I just kind of like laugh. I don't know what to say. Thanks.
You found your voice as well.
Yeah, that's a bit more of an a complicated situation. Do you happen to have anything that could protect this from water, though?
Protected from water. Oh. Maybe. And he goes over and he finds a simple looking case to carry it in, made out of bamboo, so there's no seams in it. It's just a perfect tube. And you can see it's the bottom half of it has been sealed with some kind of like with like a cap, but like there where the cap meets the bamboo, it's been sealed with like some kind of weird wax. And he hands it out to you for you to put the painting in the case.
I do.
And then he takes it, puts another cap on the open side, and then he goes over and leads you through the monastery until you find the kitchen where the meals are prepared. And he speaks with one of the monks there, and they bring over a large jar, and he dips a spatula in and pulls out a long like viscous liquid and puts it on the the edge of where the cap meets the bamboo, and as you watch this liquid just seeps into the cracks and slowly begins to harden as he seals the painting completely shut within the tube, and then he hands it back to you. Will this suffice? Can you guys hear me?
I
Yeah.
heard you.
Okay, okay. Tori, are you muted? Oh. Huh.
Maybe your
Oh,
voice
there she
isn't
is.
going through.
Hello?
Disconnected.
Oh, there
There
you
you
are. Okay.
Okay, because I was replying.
Yeah, for some reason Discord wasn't picking up.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's good. I guess this probably will only work. Like, it can't be reopened unless we wanted to do it again.
You can reopen it, but unless you know of a source of honey outside of the monastery.
Okay, noted. Is there any way I can pay for this or make it up to you or something?
Oh no, just seeing it was enough payment. You
Thank
have a bright future ahead of you.
I'll just smile nicely. Oh, I wanted to show that video for the paint. Oh well, I'll put it in my bag. Thanks a lot. And we'll leave.
All right, you guys head back to the party's room. Anything else anyone would like to do on this day?
Nope. Although I will fill in the party of that information from my grim psychometry.
Okay, so Fathom informs everybody about the vision he received. Karos turns to Spark and he's like, "Can you do that?"
Oh.
Mine is more limited to histories and sinister events.
Oh no, I was referring to the disappearing and lightning. Like that's Spark's
Oh.
thing.
Oh, right, the whole lightning motif that you got going on. Never mind.
Yeah.
That is something I will have.
That is strange. All right, then with nothing else, you all bed down for your rest. Are you guys bothering to take watches in the night?
Are we that suspicious of this monastery?
It's you got up to you guys. Are you taking watches?
I'm not.
No, I think I can feel alright.
Rowan has not woken up and she's still sleeping.
Right. Yeah.
She's just sleeping forever.
I feel like if they wanted to hurt us, they could have done it already.
Yep.
We were all split up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shilka should sleep.
Shook's also asleep. Nice.
We'd probably be safe here without taking a watch, but Dasani will at least take like half of the watch. If truly needed. He'd probably stay up for half of it anyway.
Okay. So Dasani stays up for half the watch before he inevitably crashes. Is anyone else going to stay up at all, or wake up early for like the second half of the night?
Nope.
Okay, sounds good.
I hug the container in my sleep, though.
All right. Rowan, you are woken up in very early morning. You see all of your friends are asleep in the room around you. You just seem to have like this strange sense that woke you up, and you look up to see the Grandmaster standing in the open doorway, and
You're
he
about to say
nods.
standing over top of me. I was like, well,
Oh,
that's
no.
creepy.
No, he's not standing over you, just standing in the doorway. And he nods for you to follow him.
I do so.
All right. So, you follow him, and he travels east out of the monastery. A few hours later, the rest of the party wakes up, and Rowan is gone.
I mean, we knew she was going to be taken for training.
Right. I'm just letting you know. There wasn't like a, all right, goodbye, guys, I'm leaving for training. It was just like you all wake up the next morning, and she's just gone. But then again, that's not really out of the realm for Rowan
Pretty
at the
much.
same
Yeah.
time.
God damn it.
Let's
Yeah.
be real. We don't get worried about Rowan being missing until it's been like 6 to 8 hours.
All right, so Rowan, over the next few hours, the Grandmaster leads you farther up the mountain, upriver in the ravine, until you come to an area where there is a great waterfall, and before that waterfall is a strange rock formation where it's just several naturally eroded pillars jutting out of the area, and he says, "This is your first lesson. Follow me." And effortlessly, he hops from pillar to pillar all the way across the ravine, landing on a much bigger pillar. The one he lands on, finishing up, is about 10-foot diameter. The ones that he's hopping on are just big enough to step on.
I follow him.
All right. Go ahead and make me an acrobatics check.
21.
All right, good. You're able to start to make it. Roughly around halfway there, you feel the wind pick up, blowing water from the waterfall into your face as the wind just seems to whip you away from where you're about to land. I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Oh, you son of It's like you do this on purpose.
Yeah.
You got this.
Do I?
You lose your footing, but you're able to grab onto the column that you were trying to land on, and you just kind of cling there as the wind whips back and forth in a vortex, just whipping you around in different directions. And you hear Grandmaster Diamok's voice over the wind, and he yells, "You must become the wind!"
Oh my god.
Oh god, this is
I
an
take a
avatar.
couple deep breaths and imagine myself the wind.
Okay. Make another acrobatics check.
32.
Nice. You're able to
I was gonna say. You slip and fall. Pardon.
you're able to vault yourself back up onto the columns, and now you're just tearing across it, trying to get this done as fast as possible. When the wind whips you away from the Grandmaster, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw now.
30.
Very good. Yeah. you decide before, when you tried to fight the wind, it didn't very go well, and so you take
Wait, I'm sorry,
Grandmaster.
what? It didn't
It
very
was.
go well?
It didn't. What did I say?
It didn't very go well. You
Oh,
mean
sorry.
it
It didn't go very well. I'm so sorry. My words got scrambled.
I'm sorry, it was funny. I'm
Keep it
sorry.
together.
Continue.
It didn't go very well, and so you decide to take the Grandmaster's words and become the wind, and you just let the wind take you, and you kind of like fly through the air for like 10 feet, and then the air kind of whips you in a different direction, and you just flow with it, just hopping from pedestal to pedestal, keeping with the direction of the wind, and then eventually the wind whips you in a direction towards the Grandmaster, and you land right on the thick column that he is standing. And he says, "Very good. You are a quick study."
Thank you. What's next?
He looks up at the sky, and you can see the sun starting to crest over the horizon to the east. And he says, "It's just about time."
That wasn't ominous at all.
And then just as the sun crests the rest of the way over the hill, you hear loud splashing as, making their way up the waterfall, are the largest fish you've ever seen. They're bigger than you are, to be honest.
Jesus.
Like they are giant fish, and they are just hopping
Like
up the
salmon?
waterfall like salmon, exactly, but like giant salmon.
Giant. Okay. Cool. What?
You have learned how to become the wind. Now you must be as fast as the storm.
I definitely thought he was about to say fish.
Catch the fish.
I'm sorry.
I love this guy.
Catch
Okay.
the fish.
Can you explain to me again? Wait, where am I in relation to fish?
So you are standing on a stone column about 10 feet in diameter, just big enough to hold both you and him.
Yeah.
The waterfall is about 15 feet away from you,
Okay.
and the fish are swimming vertically up the waterfall. So yeah.
And I have to catch a fish
Yes.
that's 15 feet away from me.
15 feet away from you and going vertically up a waterfall.
Mike, you realize it's like 1:20 in the morning.
Yep.
Like, my brain's not this creative at this time of night. Oh my god.
It's almost like Rowan just woke up from like a 10-hour nap.
Yeah. It's almost like Tori needs to have a 10-hour nap.
I'm fine, actually.
I hate you. And now it's sunny, right?
It is now daytime, yes.
God damn it. Well, there goes that plan. Is he... okay, wait, I won't ask this out of character. Am I supposed to catch the fish from this rock, or...
Are you asking in character?
Yeah.
Okay. He says, "That's your choice to make."
Uh, how far down, like, this waterfall goes down? How far?
You
like,
think
if
it go?
jumped per se, how far down do I fall?
It's kind of hard to tell. The waterfall kind of like when it hits like the rocks, it's getting like a lot of spray, so you're not entirely sure where the rocks are. But it's at least a 150-foot drop.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. Fuck.
I mean, we're basically gods.
I'm wearing that shirt right
I don't know what to do. How do I catch a giant fish? 15 feet away from me, swimming up a waterfall. The
now. Eat yourself
situation
at a
sounds,
fish.
You're
the
really
situation
leading
sounds
into
even
the whole.
more ridiculous with every word I say. Oh my
Mike,
god.
you're really leading into the whole dragon thing, aren't you?
Eat yourself at a fish.
What?
Eat yourself at a fish.
That's all I can do. Wait, before we do this,
Catch it with your teeth.
let's try a sane attempt first. I will take my rope, and
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna try and lasso a fish.
Okay.
Because I want to try.
All
Then I'll
right.
eat myself at the fish.
So this would be an improvised weapon. Big surprise. A lasso is not a finesse weapon, so that will be
Oh, no way.
a strength check at disadvantage.
Oh, sick. Oof. All right. A strength check at disadvantage. Oh,
Yep.
Let's go. A 10. Wow, I rolled a 12 and an 11, so that was great.
Yeah. Diamok watches you as you take out your rope and you coil your lasso and throw it at one of the fish swimming by. And he asks, "Is there something wrong with your arms?"
No, I was just trying. All right.
Damn.
Can't blame
Grandmaster
an elf.
Sassy in his old age.
Can't
Of
blame an
course.
elf for trying. Jeez. All right. Put the rope away. Sort of like stretch out the shoulders, roll the neck, go back as far as I can on this little pillar. Do my best to time this out right.
Uh-huh.
And-
You will have to use Step of the Wind to make that distance.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
And I will run, jump, and tackle a fish.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a just do an unarmed strike attack roll at disadvantage.
Wow. That's just disappointing. An 11 in red and then an 11 in green.
That's a
You can see
Vanya
it,
roll
guys.
right there.
2 and a 1. A 2 and
So you jump and you you're flying towards the fish, and you strike just a little early and go right into the waterfall and into the stone wall on the other side of the waterfall. So you hurt your
Ow.
hand with that. You do technically have 2 attacks though as an action.
So I hit the stone wall that's on the other side of the waterfall, you said.
Yeah, you punch right through the waterfall into the cliffside on the other side of the waterfall.
I use my sick momentum to then push myself back off the other wall and try and tackle a fish again.
Okay.
17.
All right. With that, you're able to tackle the fish. Now go ahead and make me an acrobatics check as you try to use your momentum of punching the wall to tackle that fish and get back to the column in one fluid motion.
not at disadvantage?
Well, it's acrobatic, so it's not a disadvantage.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's not an attack roll.
Please. Please. 19.
All right. You're able to make it to the column, and now make me an athletics check to hold on to the fish.
Why are you doing this to me, Mike? What did I do to you? 14.
All right. Something must have happened to your hand because you're unable to get a good enough grip, and the fish just flops away out of your grasp and and just goes off of the column into the waters below. And the Grandmaster, he watches this, and he says, "That was close."
Rowan just sort of stands up and like shakes the water off. She just like doesn't say anything, gets back into position, and tries again.
Perfect. All right. You line yourself up with another fish. You jump off using another key point to make the jump.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and make me another attack roll at disadvantage.
26.
All right. You get the fish on the way there this time.
All right,
And-
now I get to do the sick parkour back.
Well,
Oh God.
now because you're trying to hold on to the fish and fight against the waterfall at the same time, I need you to make a strength save.
Oh my God. 21.
All right. You're able to fight the waterfall, and now make me an acrobatics check to jump back to the column.
19.
Okay, you make it to the column, and finally make me an athletics check to hold on to the fish.
And I wish I could cheer you on. But you
This
left
is so
me.
upsetting. Oh, okay. I got
Yeah,
this
it's
time.
gone. The lowest the fish can roll is a 4. It's gone.
Oh God.
Classic martial arts montage.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
Jesus. All right. Round
All right.
3, fish.
Round 3. All right.
Wait,
So-
what's your jump distance equal to? Like long.
Your jump distance is equal to your strength score.
Oh.
Assuming you get a 10-foot running start. You do not have a 10-foot running start. So your jump speed is only 5 feet. That's why you're
Gotcha.
using the step of the wind
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
All right.
to make that jump.
Windy step. Okay.
I did the math. It's lower.
14.
14. All right. Yes, you grab onto a fish, and now make me a strength save.
Oh, no, that's not supposed to be.
Oh, not a
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
It's 18, so I think I got it.
Yeah, you got it. All
18
right,
plus
yeah.
5. Yeah.
Yeah.
I panicked. Now
All right.
acrobatics to jump back.
Acrobatics. Yep.
17.
All right, that's good enough.
Okay.
And now
all right.
finally,
Oh my
athletic.
God. This is so rude. Is he...
Hey!
All right.
Please. Give me this stupid thing.
You're able to hold on to the fish, standing there, and you kind of like look up at the Grandmaster towering over you, who nods, and then he says, "Great, now we can eat," and he punches the fish's head off.
What the fuck?
And as he makes his way back onto solid land to cook the fish, that's where we're gonna end it tonight.
Oh my God. What the
Yeah, definitely gonna call this one fighting and fishing.
Mm-hmm.
But on that note, I will end the recording here. So thank you guys for watching, and catch you next week.
Have a good night.
Oh, goodbye.